Brother Siemens here. This is take 2. Now, you don't know that, but let's see if we can do a little bit better video for you. Welcome to week 10. It's a fun week. It's a transition to some important parts of the Book of Mormon. You go from the small plates of Nephi to the large plates of Nephi. And the small plates go from 1st Nephi all the way down to Omni. And you have Words of Mormon that transitions. And then we have the abridgment starting in the Book of Mosiah. A lot of times we'll look at these small books, and Enos, a lot of us, we appreciate, we love, we have that connection to someone who struggles to receive a remission of sins or struggles with feeling empty and wanting to be filled. But the other books, the Jeremiah and the Omni, we just kind of skim over and think, "Woo, I covered 2 books tonight." But don't do that. Don't. These guys were keepers of the plates, and so they can't be all that bad. So as you continue to just try to study and show faith in the Lord, then hopefully something good will happen. Now, I did want to just, the most important thought of why I want to do this video is because you have a new assignment that you're doing this week. It's the Christ-like attribute project. So you've already done a family home evening. You just recently did your talk, which were fun, very fun to read, and you ought to ask your bishop, or at least tell him that you have a talk ready whenever he needs it. But this Christ-like attribute is a beautiful project. So many people experience a lot of growth as they work on this one. So it's a 3-week project. The first week you're going to be studying and figure out what attributes you want to work on. And then the second and the third week you're practicing this attribute. You're working on the goals you've set. And then at the end of the third week is where you're going to fill out the project submission and respond to some questions. And so as you're looking at these these things, you can go to the Preach My Gospel and study Christ-like attributes. This right here, this Christ-like attributes activity, is golden. You get to evaluate yourself, on patience and charity and faith. And so they'll ask you questions, in this situation, how do you respond? And so you give your scale from a 1 to 5, and the attribute you score lowest on is the one that you're least good at, and maybe is the one that you should start at. So this is really cool. At the end of the first week, after your study, after your testing, after you've decided, for me, it would probably be patience. You'll say, I want to work on patience. And so what you're going to do is, this is your template right here. It's a nice blank template. But on this, you would put a SMART goal. Now, hopefully, in your gathering, they went over what SMART goals are. But if you need a reminder, just right here across the top, right? Specific, measurable, relevant, and timely. So if I was wanting to work on patience, my specific goal would be I would like to develop the Christ-like attribute of patience by studying and responding in a more patient way with my family. Measurable, you would put in things like what you're going to do every day or maybe every week. So you could say, I'm going to read 1 conference talk on patience a week. Now that's measurable, because at the end of the week, you can say, did I do that? Yes or no. Or you may say, when I feel myself starting to lose patience, I will pause, I'll sing a hymn, or count to 10 before I respond. But something that you say specifically, this is what I want to do. It could be, looking up scriptures every day, 2 or 3 scriptures a day, but set it in stone, and then at the end of the week, you can say yes or no, I did or didn't do that. Relevant, hopefully that's the easiest thing to say, is I want to be like Jesus. I feel like because I'm tired, because I'm stressed, because I'm doing so much homework and all those things, I lose patience. So I'd like to develop that. And then timely, you're just saying at the end of 2 weeks. So as you're working on that, again, remember, first week is figuring out what's the attribute. Second and third week, you're practicing. And then on that third week, this is the template you're going to fill out. The only reason why I wanted to show you this is you just really look at these 4 questions. So as you go throughout the second and third week, trying to do these attributes, know what you're going to respond to that third week.